So I wanted to welcome you to Chicago for our Synergy conference here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a context of what we are doing over the course of the 3 days that we're together. We are very excited that you made it. I know several of you were a little bit late in some of your flights, and some of you didn't get in till 1 o'clock in the morning, and so I really appreciate the fact that you made it down here, and some of you have had a little bit of delays today, so I appreciate the speed in which you came down. So Synergy has been a project that has really looked at understanding innovation and scale within the advanced technological education community. Can you pop to the next slide, please, John? Would you mind? Or somebody? Sorry. And so I wanted to call attention to your binder that you have and to really kind of give an agenda for the day, if we could. So today we are going to talk about who we are. And so we've got a variety of different activities that will help us investigate who we are. If you understand the audience here, and in fact, let's look at the audience a little bit. How many of you, this is your first time here? Okay. So one of the things that's really important is for those of us who are veterans to be able to talk to them, to all of you that just raised your hand, which is a large number of people here, about who we are and help them understand who we are. And then tomorrow we're going to move to what we have learned, and then we're going to talk a little bit about where we are going. And it's really important for you to think about today and tomorrow, for those of you who are new and for those of you who have been the veterans, to really think about who needs to hear this and what do they need to hear and what do they need to be doing in order to be able for us to be able to scale what we are doing as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit, as I said, first of all, I want to give a quick thank you to, we had a conference planning committee, and we also had some panels that are going to be working with us in fish bowls and in some of our sessions, implementer sessions, etc. So if you actually were part of the planning committee or any of these panels discussions that we're talking about, can you just kind of stand up? And I want to just give a quick thank you. Okay, so if you look in your binder, you will see the agenda. You're going to see some session descriptions, a little bit of bios and those types of things around it. And you will see a document that we put together from the people who have been participating in this from January, the information that we gathered up to January and then again up to June. And these are the types of things on the values that have been realized through the work that you have done. So we hope that you'll be able to look at that document and take that in and really understand some of what has happened as a result of our work together. We also gave you a glossary to talk about some of the concepts, processes, and tools that we have been using. And then, of course, for many of you, one of the most important things, wireless protocols to be able to get on the wireless network. Now, but hopefully you'll use that to be able to concentrate on what we're doing. Next slide. Okay, so just as a really quick overview, we engaged 13 centers 2.5 years ago, multiple areas of focus. We created a national network to really think about the knowledge, skills, and expertise that are important in trying to achieve scale. Next. Next. Okay. So these are the 13 centers, and they have all participated. And they're all here this time. So we want to applaud the persistence that people have had throughout this process. Next. So it started many years ago just kind of looking at this little flower chart, which Chris Deedy helped to create here. And we started looking at this and saying, okay, what can we do about this? And so from there, we actually looked at other research activities, if we'll go to the next one, and we created what we considered to be the concepts, tools, and processes of scale. And these are 16 different types of CPTs, as we call them, that you will see in your glossary, and it explains this. And people have really tried to incorporate this as well as understand what roles these have played within this. And they've had varying roles within the scaling process, and you'll hear some of that as we move forward. Okay, next. And then we actually then crosswalked that to the type of value that those added. And so that's what you see in the values document that you have in there. The type of immediate value that we've seen, the potential value that people have recognized, the applied value that has occurred, the realized value which is happening, and the reframing that's also occurring. So these are all very important concepts, and I know part of this is probably a little bit confusing to some of the new people, but as you go forward, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to talk to people about what this means. And so I just want you to take this occasion to be able to use the time that you have together to gain as much knowledge and insights as you can.